ぎわう街を抜け動き出した世界響き渡るメロディーご機嫌なつま先窓の外を見てる合言葉は Velvet Fine なんでもないような笑顔が雲間に刺すプリズムみたいなんだあれのちシャニシャニデイズ風に揺らんで続いてブレイロに夢を乗せて地図にはないページで描き出そうときめきを Don't be afraidこんがらがる心自由になれるのは君と旅するとき明日はドラマチック正解はないからゆっくりこうチュチュチュいつの間にぼやけたロケーションドアを開けてもう一度確かめようあっちこっちグリグリデイズトンネル抜け昨日同じ分にさよならしたら目的地はブランダも気分したい一休みハイエンラー道はどこへ続いてる時に不安が Knock my head でも出会いたい My dear My shine 一緒ならカリカリですハミングして真っ白なキャンバスになり替えたらカラフルな未来図さ走り出そう今はまだ On my way それじゃあまたぼやし
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working on a commission. A commission is going to be for a Battle Harem TRPG. Now, some of you might automatically be cringing at the notion, and the answer is yes, it's exactly what you think it is. Don't look at that. Yes, we've got some ideas here. As you kind of see here, we've got a document by the commissioner. It's kind of exactly to strap me in. It's gonna be a wild ride. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those games, I believe. It's gonna be one of those very strange and mysterious ones, which are going to be very simple or very, very, very complex. I have faith, of course, but faith only gets you so far. Oh, Lord. Oh, what is going on in here? Why are you all acting this way? Stop it. Stop posting. Everyone's just posting. Why? Why are you all the way you are? Ugh, get him. So, we love you, Noti. Pepper, you disappoint me at a fundamental level. But yes, welcome to the Battle Harem tabletop role-playing game. Do I have any information about this game? No. We are somewhat flying blind. Now, this is each battle girls we get during the gacha drop. Well, that's where things start getting a little bit confusing. So, emulating battle harem anime. Okay, focus system, easy enough. Romance dating mechanics, clothing destruction mechanics, generation tables for characters and events, dice mechanics similar to the Konosuba game. Effectively, he's looking for a D6 game. So I'm like, okay, alright. Main reference document, races and character ideas, plus some other stuff like mechanics and so on. He likes the Konosuba game, and he also likes Maid. So, because we've got Maid and Konosuba together, that means we're going to have to be fusing these ideas together. Do I have any faith in this? No, but that's why we're here. Now, probably the first thing that he actually references is high school DxD. Now, we're going to have a quick conversation about High School DxD because I find this franchise fascinating. That's boobs. Oh no. Oh no. Notepad, what the fuck is the stream title? It's Big Meaty Johnsons. Come on, thank you for the subscription, by the way. Big Meaty Johnsons, because we're dealing with battle harem. We're dealing with battle harems. So, High School DxD is a very simple show in premise, pretty much. You've got our main character, and he's a dumbass who ends up making a contract with a literal semen demon named Rias Gremory. And they go on magic adventures together, usually fighting things. It's actually a fairly large series and very complicated. Because I'm going to give you a hint. 95% of these battle harem anime are fucking ridiculous. Like, just the premises alone are just get weirder over time. Like, the ideas behind them. You've got, the plots are never simple, all to serve like one very simple concept of like, I want to bang as many girls as possible. There's Data Live. I've never actually read Data Live. Apparently it's very good. People seem to like it. Overlord, I guess you could call Overlord. Rising of the Shield Hero, definitely, that's one. Yeah, there's a few of these that are a little bit, again, none of these are simple, by the way. Nothing is ever simple. Like, you see this fuckwit? Have no fear, he wants to bang everything. There's every girl just wants to fuck this dude. All of these battle harem anime are completely insane, and I love all of them. Isn't he just, like, near the end? Is Tenchi Muyo a battle harem anime? Yes. Technically in High School DxD, he ends up sleeping with every character at some point. That's the funny thing. High School DxD ends with him having sex with about every character. I think he even bangs the guy. Because that's the entire thing. It's like, his main ambition is, I want to touch boobs and I want to get laid. I'm like, you know what? This is a character I can relate to. Now, there's a few things we gotta wonder about here. And a very important facet. I have zero fucking clue what they're actually looking for. Because, do you want to become the harem king? Demon Lord who gets all the girls? Do you somehow wind up with girls following you everywhere without even trying? Is your party formed of former slaves who are happy with their new freedom? This game could be used for emulating such anime tropes and series. Interesting note here. He effectively wants a very particular, what we're going to be working with is, this is going to be a battle harem anime TTRPG. Oh, sounds like Tower Girls. To a degree, I think Tower Girls does have a little bit of influence here. I don't know how much, but we're going to focus on one very important aspect. We're going to be doing this. This is what we're going to be working with, and that's the main crux of things. This could be fun if everyone was a degen and all on the same page. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be on the same page with everyone to play games like this. But one of the odd things, players can choose if they want to romance each other or have options to build a harem of possible NPC characters. This is where things started getting weird. Because fundamentally, this is going to be a romance TTRPG. Which there was actually there was an article on Dicebreaker recently. The BuzzFeed of fucking tabletop games. Oh god, I got... Ugh. Now, the big thing here that I find fascinating is that there's an article about the nature of that there's no romance RPGs, and that's patently false. We went over a few romance RPGs actually. But not like this. Now that's the funny thing. No, feel good. We are not going to be using the waifu core system for this. In fact, we are not going to be using waifu core. Very distinctly not. That has the gacha mechanics in it. We need to formalize that down quite a bit more. I have a few ideas, but generally speaking, what we've got so far, this is the most important thing in the world. It's a battle harem TTRPG. And this is going to be fundamentally a romance TTRPG, but kind of going from there, it's like, hey, possible tables. He wants a lot of tables, or possibly one of the tables, select the recent abilities and so on they want, like background, circumstance, goals, special qualities like character traits, attributes. That's going to be a little bit messy, but don't worry. Now, things are like, this is where things start getting weirder because it's like demons, devils, and succubi, fallen angels, vampires, animal girls, monster girls, and options for making various races like Lamia, Centaur, Yokai. This is the line that I'm somewhat afraid of. Lots of freedom for players depending on how in-depth you go. That's going to be a little bit complicated. Yeah, Alien is a reference to shows like Tenchi Muyo, Yurusei Yatsura, and Catgirl Planet Cuties. Yeah, cool. You wanna... It's just Tenchi Muyo. It all comes back to Tenchi Muyo. Yeah, players have the option of homebrew their own character race if there's an option that they might be missing. Classes. Okay, so we've got our basic classes, which the fact that there is a class, and it looks like he is basing a lot of things off of this show, which is where is it? What's the Testament of Sister New Devil. I've never seen this show. I've never heard of this show. You know what? It's time to ask the people. It's time to ask the people. Hey, has anyone heard of or watched someone wants me to do stuff. Okay, so that's something we're gonna have to literally just watch. Keck fuck no. Yes. It feels like we could do a harem as like weapons that can fight and level up via dating them. Now, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, but then it's like a lot of classes going on here. And then it's like equipment and outfit ideas. Female exclusive. Bunny girl, bikini, dominatrix, virgin killer, striped stockings, panties. Animal kigurumi, magical girl outfits, cat girl lingerie, succubus outfit, sailor outfit, school outfit, gym uniform, cheerleader, waitress, swimsuit, daring swimsuit, frilly swimsuit, tiger swimsuit with horn. There's 4 separate swimsuits. Corset, Unexpected underwear, battle power suit, battle butler, super sentai costumes, Halloween sets, festival outfits, scientist teacher cloak, general, evil society combat suit, literally just plug suits, and then gears. Yeah, special artifacts or equipment the players can find can take inspiration from the following items. There's Strike the Blood again, like never watched Strike the Blood, so I'm like, alright. Or even think of it like you cannot blame me for your server. No, I don't blame you at all for my server. Servers that have abilities to take 2-3 hits before falling off, thought it was more consumable. Like, I've got a few ideas. Now, one thing about this, there's 2 ideas currently. Now, this is based on some of my own games. Either we do option A, the MGA route, the Monster Girl Adventures route, where it's pretty much players enhance themselves via romance. The entire concept is that players are individual, you're kind of forming relationships with one another as well as NPCs to improve yourself. Generally speaking, go out on dates, get power-ups. The more dates you go on, the better you are. It's effectively the visual novel role-playing game. Effectively, that is something we can do. We can switch this to the visual novel TTRPG nightmare. Fine, cool, easy to understand. Option B. It's going to be a little bit more esoteric, but bear with me. We go down the Project Tactics route. Now, what do I mean by the Project Tactics route? In Project Tactics, you actually have a very special idea in that game, the game I wrote. The entire premise is very simple. You are a single individual. You have a group of guys effectively around you at all points. This is your squad. Your squad is going to be enhancing you just as much as you're enhancing your squad. You're moving together to do things. What I was thinking about doing is we use this premise right here, the idea of a single character surrounded by I wouldn't say fodder, but by others. Which others in this case would be which we would have a central character, i.e. a PC, and his titular harem. Which effectively, the main crux of the game isn't necessarily improving your central character. It's about doing autistic micromanagement with all of your fucking harem. It's saying, hey, I've got 4 girls lusting after my dick. I need to make sure that they're optimized. That has its own issues. We do have a clothing damage system. I'm going to die on this hill and say we're always going to have clothing damage. Why? That is thematically appropriate. What we can do probably is clothing damage into kind of like, I would say like meat damage. The basic premise being, hey, you take your health, your clothing is going to be your overhealth, meat is going to be your underhealth. It's a lot easier to recover clothing than meat damage. The power of friendship, I mean romance. Track with a single coin, make a power of friendship, I mean would actually doing the deed lead to stronger power-ups or abilities, or being celibate and have way more abilities? The basic idea behind there, again, for a visual novel role-playing game, for option A, the premise is a lot simpler, which would pretty much be you're building up your romance. By the time you hit that last stage, you're kind of like you've committed to a single person. You're on their route now. Others can still lust after you, but you're not really going to get that final boost. A boost in power, which is saying like, hey, you've gone all the way. This is the person you love. This is the person you're completely in with. You are now pretty much, the apex of whatever they represent. They do your power attack. They are your constitution. They're your strength, etc., 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 etc. Option 2 would be effectively they're getting better the more affection you actually have with them. Now, depending on the tone of the game, it could be a lot different. Will the girls fill a trope, and will the trope represent a specific ability boost or stat line or whatever? In MGA, for option A, In MGA, how it works is pretty much you assign what that person represents to you. Hey, this girl represents strength. This girl represents my willpower. This girl represents my constitution or whatever. And whenever you effectively fill up a bar with them, you increase it. This is one of the main advantages of an MGA where relationships really kind of bring up a lot more, which is, hey, you want to be really good friends with people just as much as you want them to fall in love with you because you're getting more out of it. The person who is friendlier with people is going to be stronger than the lone wanderer who's too cool for school. You're not going to have any people who want to fuck you, therefore you're not going to be as powerful. Visual novel 1 will probably be a similar idea. Pretty much every girl or every harem member, we aren't going to discriminate, boys, every harem member is going to give you something different. Hey, I love, Kurumi-chan. Kurumi-chan represents my inner willpower. The more Kurumi-chan I build up, the more my willpower builds up. The more of this builds up, the more I get. The more Kigurashi-sensei likes me, the more fucking attack power I get, or whatever. Oh god, imagine someone coming up with a trap team build. Have no fear. What are we doing now? The Battle Harem TRPG preliminaries, Draco. Get so much stealth damage. Have no fear, everybody. Walking up. It's only me. Option 2, kind of the more of the team-based version. Will the MCs be doing the battles, or the harem itself do the battles? No fucking idea. Lubu, we were starting at ground fucking zero here, my man. There is nothing. This is the extent of the notes. Right here, what you see is the extent of the notes. There's nothing else. How's your hand getting complete Japanese GURP system bookman? Magius has been paid for. It's getting shipped. It's taking time. Probably be about 2 weeks. Then I scan everything in, and then we're Gucci. Big Meaty Johnson. Does the playbooks work for this? Playbooks, I don't think so. Because here's the issue. Like, this is the fundamental issue. It sounds like he wants a lot of customization. This is a big thing. He wants customization. He wants customization. This is a big facet of things. And I don't want to go down like the playbook or like tropes anything, because then it's going to be like, oh, well, the tsundere gives me X, Y, and Z, or is X, Y, and Z like, therefore. No. You're building your ideal harem of girls and boys who want to have sex with you. That is the most important facet. Like, I want these girls or guys want to have sex with me, and I can't have sex with them. Simple as can be. Romance, baby. Yeah. Yeah, because again, he wants to go down more of the, like, harem anime hijinks. Yeah, including romancing enemy NPCs. Have no fear, everybody. I want to, boink. I want to boink the enemy girl over there. Have no fear. You made this with Wait, you made this with Tufty? Nope, actually. Tufty is not involved at all. Let's think. Well, we know system-wise, he wants a decent... We know for a fact, system-wise. He wants a D6. He wants a D6 game. I do know that. Not like a single D6, but multiple D6s. We do know that. No need to worry about D10s, no need to worry about D8s, nothing else. Like, we don't really have to worry about anything like that. Mm. Okay. We've got a merchant, everybody. A merchant is willing to discuss harem anime with me. I'm like, yep. Hmm. Hmm. I see that. Possible supplement ideas. Senrin Kagura, Hyperdimension Nep fucking Tunia. I don't even know what this one is. Let's Google it. What are you thinking of? Magic Breast Secret... Magic Breast Secret Swords. Magic Breast Secret Sword Scroll. I've lost control of my life. I've lost complete control of my life. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We're pretty open, relatively speaking. Notepad. Notepad fucking can't wait. Please. Which one of these days will get your, what about the MILF manga you like? Ain't that a harem? That is a harem. Where is Pepper when we need her? See, here's the funny thing, Draco. Oh god, that's not how my back was supposed to sound. Pepper gets annoyed when I talk about the MILF Isekai. So I won't talk about MILF Isekai. Ow, my bones. Ow, my body. My soul, I'm working on cocks. Or more specifically, Pepper is working on COCKS, which is a supplement to Scribble's cogs. I feel like we need to go more specific with the plot, but... Yes, everyone lost their fucking mind about, everyone was posting things. You know, posting things inappropriately. Oh, Lord almighty. Okay. I can only imagine each girl basically getting constructed like freaking CCG. Hey, Notepad, do you, Commissioner, have always ideas on the enemies? Because, like, the Yakuza or Demon are always good. See, there is, we do have another option. There is another game that, specializes in some of these, and, well, all I'm saying is that we can draw upon Zetai Raido if necessary. Yeah, we're waiting for Zetai Raido. No, Zetai Raido is made by Ryu. Yeah, Zetai Raido is a Well, to put it lightly, it's an RPG about being a demon and doing demon things to other demons. Often through the power of demonic bondage. Lots and lots of demonic bondage. It's also one of the few ones that have a cock table. I don't think you could show Zettai Raido on stream. I do, mind you, have the proper version of it, which is actually able to be shown on stream. I do have it. And because wasn't the creator of Cyberpunk a huge weeb? Mike Pondsmith is a fucking mega weeb. That's the funny part. Well, here's the thing. Let's think about what we've got so far. Like, what is the most fundamentalized? D6 core system. D6 core system. He has expressed interest in the Konosuba RPG. Now, Konosuba uses a 2d6 plus modifiers versus target number versus the TN system. Very simple, very easy. This wouldn't be remiss to use something similar to that. And a vast majority of powers and skills or anything like that actually add die. It's pretty much a game of add die, remove die. That is what that's what Konosuba really is all about. The Konosuba TTRPG. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I also got kind of a janky version of it. So bear that in mind. My opinion on it was somewhat, we got a manly. Well, of course, we only have a very basic manly. Welcome to Zatsu Manly. Yes, Zatsu Manly will be the one to, I think he's the most appropriate one for this kind of stream. Now, have no fear. Shut the fuck up, Pistolier. Okay. God damn it. There's a version that's legal for Twitch? Yes, the Hoft edition. I changed every single naughty image to David Hasselhoff, the protector of our dignities. So we know fundamentally that's going to be a core thing. We know combat's going to be... Combat, Combat is core facet, and we know it is, fundamentally speaking, a romance TTRPG. We fundamentally know these things. These are the locked-in aspects of the actual system. Now, what we can do, maybe, is we're going to have... low HP. We want low HP, but high armor, but ablative armor. But ablative armor. Generally speaking, it's more about what does my outfit do for me than anything else. And battle harem. Haram. Is this haram? Harems are not haram. Let's see. Alright, so each girl has 3 categories. What I'm thinking of is there's a very important question that needs to be asked. And that very important question is simple. Who is the character? Who are the PCs? Now, what I mean by this is an important facet of this conversation is that, well, if we go under the assumption PCs are the harem/haremettes. That's the incorrect way of saying it, but generally speaking, you're all part of it together. It is, you are not playing, let's bring up the high school DxD crew, just because, again, I know them relatively well. Don't be boobs, don't be porn, don't be porn. Okay. The question is very simple. Are you all of these girls, including the main, and someone's playing the main character? Or are you just the main character and all of the girls around you are supplementing you? Or option 3, are all of you playing the girls and there's just an NPC in the middle? It's kind of seen like where does it happen? Where is things? And that's gonna really influence how things go. Because if we go under the assumption that PCs are the harem. Let's go under this assumption. PCs are the harem. You are everything. Just as much as you are, I want to fuck you just as much as you want to fuck me. Generally speaking, we're going to have to give characters have more stuff. This is important. However, PCs form the harem. Characters are lighter but numerous. So you're just not one character anymore. You're 6. You're 5. You're 6 of them. There's multiple characters now. You're now managing that's part of your stable of girls, effectively. That's part of your thing. Or PCs are, PC, how do I want to word this? It's PCs are the harem. PCs it's a little thing, but feel good, help create fast girls. Wait, be a polycule? Option 3 seems most solid. People gives each person the ability to work and role play, as well as having one main character can get old. Well, I think is the best option for GM to be kind of be the quest giver main character, and the players are harem. But the commissioner sounds like it should be player self inserts with harem items. Yeah, PC is the entire harem and main dude. Yeah, that's where things get complicated, because generally speaking, this one right here is the easy one. You are the entirety of the thing, but it's like, the problem is, there's one issue I have with this of like, is this what he's thinking of? And it's right around here. It's kind of like one of the things, it's players can choose if they want to romance each other, have options to build a harem. Mechanics of battle for both characters and ideas and things. Like, it's kind of like one of those things, like, are you wanting to be multiple characters, maybe? Like, again, it's kind of that idea, because it's like, characters are so light right now. Like, that yeah, High School DxD. That's where things get a little bit wonky, because, like, I'm trying to think about it from a player perspective as well. I had to, like time to ask the commissioner. Yeah, right, honest to God, yes, it is time. He's not awake, because he's European. It's, generally speaking, I can send, like, right now what I want to do is I want to give him something, because there's something very important here. This is very important. I'm getting the feeling that he doesn't quite know what he wants either. That's a very big impression I'm getting, because there's a lot of, yeah, or not, yeah, there seems to be a lot of stuff going on and a lot of different angles that he's going with. I don't know if he just is what he sees in his head is a little bit different, or is it something completely different entirely? I really don't know. Yeah, as you kind of see here, it's just like, it's like multiple scenarios, being like, this is something like you kind of gotta, is it a game about, I think the best way to think about it is this a game about anime tropes, or is this a game about the battle harem RPG? Very different. speed date the 3 variants of the RPG. Well, if we're speed dating, like honest to God, if we're just fucking speed dating, let's again, let's just and honestly, this is going to be kind of the, I don't plan on getting too much done today. We are setting the framework. Now, this is an important part of just about anything like this. So, generally speaking, if we're going to be doing this, let's really establish who the PCs are in each one. First things first, who is the PC? Who is me, the character playing this character? So, this is PCs. PCs are the lead plus girls plus others kind of thing. So generally speaking, it's your everybody. You want to play an entire squad of boys who are just saying fuck women, we don't need them? Cool. You want to play bastard bonds with this system? Cool. You can do it. Form the harem. PCs are all, quote, lead characters. I'll quote lead characters building their personal harem. Easy enough to understand. Are you forming a harem with the like girls that you want to, very pre-selected, if that makes sense? Or PCs are the, quote, others, are the others, and formed around the NPC lead. This actually is a lot more like made. If we're going off things, this is a fairly traditional TRPG. This is a very esoteric ones. This is made. Like that's one of those things. It's like this is made. That's why I kind of want the idea of being like you're emphasizing forming. That's the good morbid. The emphasis there is forming the harem rather than anything else. Honest to God, if we're drawing from it. Well, it's also which one gives the most strain on the GM to run. This is where things start getting interesting. So, GM wise, simplest to run. This is simple to run. Simplest to run, but in course, it's the simplest idea. If you want the most reliable idea, you're this. You're the entire harem. This, esoteric as fuck, it's esoteric as fuck, but it's the GMing is simple. What I mean by the GMing is simple. You're effectively only going to be concerned with interacting with the girl. You're going to be pretty much LARPing as their ideal waifus. You're also not really going to have to worry about them necessarily, like individual character-wise. The PCs are going to be designing their girls to be exactly the way they want them to be. I want my girl to be like this. I want my girl to be like this. Simple. This one is complicated. Simple to understand, simple to run, but it's weird as fuck. Because there, you're effectively going to have to stare at your players and unironically try to LARP as a lead character. Like, hey, I'm an oblivious dumbass. Don't you want my dick? And it's just like, everyone's going to have to kind of agree with that. Legitimately, unless you run a shoujo anime, that shit's going to get weird fast. Like, because that's a factor you have. Why is it esoteric? It's esoteric because you are... No, don't make it just a buffet for the PCs if you go that way. Make it a dairy roll table. The thing is, Manly, what I mean by esoteric is that you're effectively building a... You are effectively going to be constructing a single unit with multiple characters around them, if that makes sense. You're not going to be playing as main character Kun. You're playing main character Kun, you know, Kigarashi-san, fucking Irashi-tun, or, you know, Kurumi Sensei and, you know, Kagura-san or whatever. You're going to be multiple characters. Also, why would be shoujo not make it not weird? You're going to be role-playing guys hitting on a girl. That's an important idea behind that. I'm going to give you something similar. That third one, you are playing all of the girls in this... You would be playing all of the girls in this photo. However, if you play it as a shoujo, quote-unquote, let me bring up the best anime of all time that I forced myself to watch. You would be playing this, where you're playing handsome boys hitting on a single girl, otherwise known as diabolic lovers. As you can see, when was the it's kind of that question of, are you comfortable playing a girl? If you look at things, there's gonna be a lot of guys who aren't. And that's something you have to consider. That makes sense. No, Patty, sweet inbred summer child. This game is pretty much literally made RPG. Yeah, that's one of the things with option 3. You're DMing Degenesis, right? You're playing an Otome game. Yeah. Yeah, that it would effectively be like you're in an Otome game, where again it's a guy playing a guy is going to be a lot more comfortable than a guy playing a girl, especially if you are going to be playing a guy playing a busty anime girl wanting to ride another man's dick. That's gonna get weird for some people. Unless, again, you play something like Maid RPG. But Maid RPG gets around it. You want to know how Maid RPG gets around it? Because it's stupid. Also, I'm not GMing Degenesis, pros DMing Genesis. Okay. Weird for some people? How about practically all of them? There are some people who are comfortable playing girls. And they're, you know, who can get into the mindset. Yeah, no, it's one of those things where you just have to like think about it and you're like, okay, maybe we have to look at it from a different perspective like that. So easy again, if we're looking at things, this would be the easiest to create, because genuinely speaking, the hardest part here would just be adding this would be a pretty normal RPG with the backdrop of it being a battle harem game, if that makes sense. It is, you could run it any way you kind of want to, but the backdrop is you are in a harem anime. Deal with it. That may be appealing. You know, but yeah, no, don't think of weird goes balls deep, since no normal person would play a harem RPG. Even girls have problems with RP against girls. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that I'm trying to think about it. Like, I try to make every single one of my games yeah, forceful weird romance with a GM. That's one of the issues with option 3 that I'm not. That is, like, thematically speaking, these two are the most thematically speaking, like thematic, by a country fucking mile. This is not as thematic unless I do a lot of work to force it to be thematic, if that makes sense. But it's kind of like one of the things, like, I can say it's this but in truth, you can kind of make it whatever you want. I can say that it's a battle harem RPG. Mm. Mm. Let's think. Let's. Right there. Right. 1 and 2. I like. Let's see. If you don't want a weird romance with the GM, don't play. Don't play it. Like, yeah, that's kind of like. It's kind of it's one of those, like, here's a basic assumption you have to work with. You don't want to seems like number 2 might be most in line with best option, pretty much, unless you can go on 2 and 3, 1 and 2. Excuse me. Option 1 and 2 for simplicity. I like the 2. Possible to combine number 1 and 2. In theory, yes. Getting a girl in the harem. That sounds like a yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's that's what I was thinking of. Like, my initial thought was to, like, the combining A and B here, combining, kind of combining one, if we do kind of 1, 2, and 3, combining these two in theory is simple, but the issue is, how do I want to word this? It's pretty much, if we think of this as central character Bob, we think this is Bob, the central character. It is, do we want every single girl around him to be their own independent entity, or do we not want them to be? Because then we start getting questions like, what does this look like? Like, what's this situation with? Like, is this a thing? Can this be a thing? Like, you kind of see the idea. Do we want like an overly complicated, like, quadruple triangle, interlocking quadrilateral cowboy, relationship drama of people, like, bringing people into their harem? Because again, bringing people into the harem should be like a big idea. Romance is the most important aspect. Like, blabbering around away and fighting each other, conquer the heart of their jade cult, like, childhood. That manly, it sounds like. Manly, it sounds like you're courting death. Inshallah, which Soul Link, honest to God, persona has been on my mind this entire time. Character sheets turned into conspiracy boards of relationships. Because, like, here's the thing. He wants to emulate a very certain kind of anime. Again, here's the thing. These girls do not love one another. Rias does not want to have sex with Asia. This is important. They want to all have sex with Issei. That is the fundamental, like, crux of things. Issei is the central. Everybody wants to bang Issei. Cool, simple, easy. Funny how they don't even bring the one guy in there, because he's irrelevant. It's like, Akane does not want to have sex with Ria. That's not the point. Everybody just wants to bang Issei. What was the other show he was talking about? Maybe we can, Strike the Blood. Give me a Strike the Blood. Give me something to work with. I'm gonna make a wild bet that every single one of these girls wants to have sex with him. Wow, relationships. What's going on here? Probably wives, blood servants, akin to she's 14. She's 14. She wants to have she's in there as well. She's a shaman attack mage, so Strike the Blood is also this way. Son of a bitch! Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. You're understanding where things are getting complicated with this. Simple premise, complicated idea. The thing is this. If we're going on a traditional understanding of a harem by technicality, under Muslim law, the entire concept of a harem is that you are rich enough to be able to support multiple wives. That is the idea. Did you charge extra because of this weirdness? I charged a grand total of $15 extra for various exterior mechanics that he requested. Okay, day to live. Maybe, relationships. What are your relationships? Spirits. Oh, yep. He's banging them. He wants to bang them. Yeah, we're boinking each other. We're gonna have sex. Sexy times. Welcome to the cum zone. It's Kilimanjaro. Welcome to the cum jar. Oh no, it's turned into a management sim. Game 2 is a bit weird since you have to make conquering girls real fast and easy, so harem builds faster. Take like 4 games at least to build if you have one girl in one session. You need Dosh, and Dosh should be a priority, but you still gotta do isekai bullshit stuff. That's the problem. It's like, God, oh God. Never-ending cycle. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe we're getting obsessed with things. Maybe. Pull it back a little bit. Maybe pull things back a little bit. Like, we want it to be. I don't want to make Josh. I want my harem mommy to support my lifestyle. Effectively. Because, like, usually the crux of these things, usually the middle of these things, is you have boy. You have person in the middle. I need my drawing stick. Where is my drawing stick? I'm fucking blind. Where is my drawy stick? There. Usually the case is that in the central character, you have MC Kun. Or if we want to be, you have the MC. The MC is usually important, which leads to everybody else supporting him in some way. It's just like, hey, I have the power of, God in anime. I have, special bullshit, special, and everybody else plays support to the MC. I have the magic gear that lets me be a literal dragon. I have the power to make blood contracts. You have the special blood that we all want to drink. You are secretly king of forever. You're the hero of the story. You bought me, or whatever. That's kind of the idea. It's like, the MC, the dude, the lead, is the main concept. Corporate office harem simulator. It's just like, is that what it is? Like, yeah, like, how do you bind everything together? There's something special about the MC. What do we do with it? A war game, PC is an ominous commander. The harem has various division troops and battleships. So PC stats are surrounded with maintenance and special commander power, while troops are smaller but specialized. Now, no progress has been made. No, we have made progress, Manly. We've made more theoretical progress. We're cutting things down. We're taking options and we're just molding it to how we want them to. So pretty much the original, like one of my original concepts was, this is mostly based off of Project Tactics. Now, the entire idea of Project Tactics is that you have your main character. Your main character has has kind of like stat A, has stat A, stat B, stat B, stat C, etc., etc., etc. Now, what happens is that pretty much each unit in the squad contributes something. You get +1 to A. Another unit gives you a +1 to B. But you're operating as a sole group. You, as the main character, are powerful. The captain in Project Tactics is the most powerful entity in the squad. However, everyone in the squad contributes something to it. So, if you're playing a knight, being able to go in and use your troops more efficiently is good. You can offload damage to them just as much as you're taking damage for them. It's like, hey, I've got 3 archers in my squad. They can plick away enemies while I might not even have a ranged attack because I've got guys in my squad to do that. Because I have people in my squad to support me. It's a pyramid scheme, okay? It's a fucking pyramid scheme. The MC has to sit on the top, but everyone else supports them. That is the simplest way of wording it. I like Yandere drawing. In theory, we made progress. Sounds like option 3 is a no-go. Should be NPC bullshit table to help make things more controllable. Does the GM an idea of what the threat levels are in? Those war games would be easier. Make it skirmish. Make the NPC a commander. That's what I meant. NPC like playable person commander. No, this is an RPG. Yes, multiple level management sims. Yes! MLMs. I love MLMs. Yes, Ponzi schemes. Can we do a harem? If you think about it, a harem is just a Ponzi scheme. If you think about it, like, Make the power of your harem grow. If your harem girls fit in the Chinese alchemy circle, or like create your own dere circle. So the entire concept. Yeah, it's the only one that I know of that does that is like the slave color one. I mean, if we're gonna like. Does that feel when no golden core you have to do dual cultivation with? Babe, you don't understand. Babe, you don't understand. We need to mix our yin yangs to facilitate growth of the golden core. Babe, please. Look, I need to cultivate my golden core, please. I'm begging you. My chakra's out of whack. My root chakra. I need to repair it. You don't understand. Your root chakra is destroyed. Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? New plan. We're gonna look at something else. We're gonna look at a different angle entirely, everybody. We're going to look at Senran Kagura. Yes, Senran Kagura. What is Senran? That's up. I'm risking it all, everybody. Let's hit the Wikipedia article. Let's see. Thank God for Senran Kagura. Like, what's the... Break Your World. Let's see, second season of the anime. Tell me, what is this, I mean, you don't understand. don't understand. This is essential viewing. Click on that. Tell me. Yeah, this is about as blood as I was expecting. It's a fucking fighting it. What am I thinking? Ninja big boob scroll girls. I know, so you are either doing something very right or very wrong. Oh no, again! Then with Rule 63 historical figure, probably. Just imagining each girl falling under a kind of weird bastardization of political spectrum. Hey, Fascist Head, why are you investing so much in the heavy industry? I mean, if we want to be specific here, this is for science, by the way, Twitch. This is important. Technically, you can buy Mein Waifu is the Führer. This is an entire thing that you are allowed to, that does exist. God bless Mein Waifu is the Führer. Wow, everybody. Cool. I've lost control of my life. Please send help. Like, what else are we looking at? Like, Neptunium? Neptunia? That's just Booba. Like, got Booba, we've got, what else are we working? DXD, DXD, Blood, Dragon Hat, what's Dragon Hat? That's a, okay. Aliens. Okay, I mean, everyone likes Tenchi Muyo. Amazons. Harem battle anime video games. Give me something to fucking work with here. Give me something to fucking work with here. 50 games like best that's a fucking virus. Nope. Game Rant. Tell me what's going on. Tell me, Game Rant. I'm getting fucking desperate. Mary Skelter, Nightmares, Princess Connect Redrive, Rune Factory. God bless Rune Factory. Stella Glow. Don't know what the fuck Stella Glow is. Mass Effect 2. Ah yes, my absolute favorite harem anime. Mass Effect 2. Sakura Wars? I don't even know what the fuck that one. No, Honey Pop isn't that at all. Azure Dreams, no. Conception 2. Technically, the Conception series does work. That is a thing that does occur. Conception 2. We can base it off of that Rivera the Promised Land, Legend of Heroes. Maybe we do something like GOG had some weird anime games. There was something about Dragons, Dragonstar Varnier. I mean, what's the... Dragonstar Varnier had like a relationship mechanic, because the entire idea was that you needed to... The entire idea is for Dragonstar Varnier is that you actually need to feed the girls dragon blood to keep them going. Which is the way to actually make them go fucking bananas, is to deny them dragon blood. which they want more of constantly because they're all little psychopaths. That could... That's the question. Xenoblade 2. Xenoblade 2 is there. Fire Emblem's another good one. Let's see. Waifu Battleship game. Like, let's see. Man, girl pulling on some kind of weird bastardization. Oh, good. Something worse than Waifu Battleship game. Neptunia's Pogger, Sega Splirit. Hey, Notepad, why is it all booba? Why isn't there any ass love? Scary. Oh, she smacks people with the PNG of the main dev, then she gets friends with the other canceled consoles. Alright, so... Sorry to keep you waiting, but this helping more girls means leveling up instead of me getting another girl per level up. Yeah. That was the original idea, feel. It's like you don't have many girls in your harem. Usually there's only like 4 or 5. But wait, battle harem, that's just rants. Oh god, do we do rants? Rants with less, but with less rape? No, Manly, we are not making the Rants RPG yet. Yeah, feel you're on like you're effectively doing what I was thinking about doing with this premise right here. This premise. Because that's actually how it works. You're pretty much leveling up the units in your squad constantly. So you wouldn't actually have many girls effectively surrounding you, but... Manly, that is the incorrect thing to say. That's... No. Like... I'm getting fucking desperate at this point, guys. I'm looking at fucking rants. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's rants. And like, literally build my hyperweapon. How everybody wants to fuck rants. Honest to God, here's the thing. This is an important thing. If you cannot make rants in this game, I've failed. That's an important thing. If you cannot create rants, it is a fundamental failure. I have to keep that in mind. Bible Black RPG. We are not doing the Bible Black RPG. Or you can have more girls, but there's only 3 or 4 per fight. You can also swap girls out. That may not be a terrible idea, kind of like who you bring into the fight. Let's be odd. SAO RPG? Like... I mean, Sword Art Online. I don't hate myself that much. At least I already have an SAO RPG that I need to fix someday. You know what? I'm gonna get a cup of coffee now. We're gonna be sitting here for a bit long. I don't want to kill myself. God gives his strongest battles to his most autistic soldiers. Ah! Oh, my heart is blazing. Okay, let's see. All right, another idea. You can wear the waifu. Hear me out. Sheets overlap. Okay, maybe let's not Buffalo Bill RPG. It's kind of players a schizo voice protagonist goon head navigates the life of an Isekai harem protagonist. An Isekai into the same body. Sounds like a Soul Eater with the whole weapon master thing Bob going on. So the waifu character sheet will have numbers on the far right. A little bit of romance stats. 4. There's more than 4. You know who you are. There are closing options over armor, close break. They were expecting them from the group. I'm literally going back to Discord every now and again to check if the commissioner is online. So, let's think. Okay. Lead Kun. Lead Kun is the central. Let's see. Lead Kun is a central character. He has his own basic stat. He has his own basic stats of X, Y, Z, and of X, Y, and Z. Let's see. His own basic stats of. Oh God, my Oveffi. Lead Kun is a central character. He has his own basic stats of X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. Whenever he wants to make a basic check, he's rolling with that as a bonus. However, during combat, he assembles his dedicated squad. He has his dedicated battle harem to assist him. He assembles his dedicated battle harem to assist him. Each of the haremettes contribute plus X, Y, or Z to his quote base stats, as well as contribute their own abilities and skills. Skills depending on their class and phenotype, character type, something. Phenotype. I'm grasping at fucking straws here. I must be, okay, go get some sleep. Best of luck to young Dragon Warrior Notepad. Good night. Don't worry. Have no fear. Ooh, there. Okay, let's. So you're going to be getting worst place scenario. We actually use Crisis Heroine for this, which wouldn't be actually remiss. Not the Crisis system necessarily, but we do have tables already for that. Lead kind of central character. Girls level up when you go on dates and give them gifts. Generally speaking, work with do stuff with them, and they'll do more for you. However, you still want to hang out with the boys, with the boys, as the boys are going to be your main, your main bedrock for support in the field. There we go, main bedrock for support in the field. Adapting. Let's adapt this elsewhere. Hey, I want it to be like, hey, what about this? Senran Kagura. Let's just apply this to different things. Senran Kagura. Girl is the lead. Equipment / techniques form her baseline that she needs to get better with. She needs to get better with via training. Easy enough to understand. Hyperdimension Neptunia. Console, the lead. Quote, games and hardware form her baseline that she needs to get better with via training. Menu, he can show boobs. Fundamentally, Lead Kun is still a powerful force. They are the central character. They are a central character, but everyone is playing their own central character. Turns out resource management game where hanging out with the guys provides you energy to date the girls, but you need money for hanging out with the guys and dates, but you can't get money by adventuring working. Yeah. I think you're on the right. You're on the right track here, Feel. I think we're on the right track here. So, generally speaking, if we think about it kind of like the idea of he's already expressed that he wants kind of more of a phase, like there are distinct phases. We're good with that. What we can probably do is something like a kind of like a scenario phase. We can do kind of something like a scenario phase into a pretty much the entire idea is like you need to spend time, either adventuring or dating or something like that to improve things. The more you bring, more you bring girls in, the more powerful they get. However, what we can also do is the idea that girls can feel neglected. Let's see. We can also do the entire idea is girls can feel neglected girls do not contribute much to the equation. Solo dates are useful and group dates are powerful. Big dates are for everyone. Kind of the entire idea is you need to make sure that your entire harem nightmare builds up. If you neglect a girl too long, pretty much if you just don't do anything with them for a while, they're actively bringing you down. They're now contributing negatives. This girl is pissed off at you. Haven't done things with them. Because you haven't done things with the girl yet, you're going to need to spend time. There's a resource, there's a problem, there's a thing going on. And it's what we've already established what the basic system's going to be. We damn well know this is going to be a 2d6 plus stat game. He likes that idea. He's fully on that train. We're sticking with it. 2d6 plus stat with d66 tables. Cool, easy, simple, easy peasy. Pretty much the entire idea is that you're going to be able to take a few d6s the more power you end up getting. Maybe abilities are going to contribute additional d6s more than anything. So that could be useful unto itself. Pretty much if Battle Mage Girl can give you all, plus 1d when you're doing something cool, awesome. We're going to be using that. However, one of the advantages here, oh no, there's specific events that provide various group of like beach episode or spa episode. You're thinking right. I probably won't go too in depth with things like that, but probably things like a table. You roll on the table, that's your special episode. What's going on in the episode? It's the beach episode, the spa episode. What's going on? How are we going to do this? Oh no, things are bad. That would be kind of like the big day. It's like, hey, we're getting everyone on board. And cool, we're good there. Okay. So, if we go under this idea, we're effectively going to have to build the entire setting and concept under this premise. This premise right here, the best way to think about it is that every single character is a special character. Every single one that we're currently dealing with is a special boy with their own pretty much harem. Everyone, these three are fundamentally connected to one another. There we go. So it's kind of like this. Everyone's feeding their own. However, let's say, for example, let's just mark her so we don't forget. Let's say a situation erupts. Say green over here needs to be swapped with MC Coon 2. We need to get MC Coon 2. So what's going to happen is we can move her over here, and then suddenly she is providing her ability, but not her effect. He's not getting a bonus to this. He's not getting any stat bonuses. He's not getting any advantages. He just has her ability. This is not useful for him. However, that might be the situation. Hey, I'm down 2 people because they got hurt real bad. I need extra manpower more than anything to do this. Cool. Take her. Take my girl, and then suddenly, go, Shinobu-kun, go with her. And go with him, and we will do this. Cool. You're effectively giving away one of your haremettes. Temporarily, mind you. She still loves you for that purpose. Alright, cool. You understand. Or players and even enemies can steal girls from it. That's going to be one of those things, like... if a relationship breaks, there's a chance a girl just stabs you and cuts off your head. Pretty much it's for something like that, we can probably do the idea that like they just leave. Like they're Jover. Like they're not contributing anything to you anymore. They're just there. Like broken relationships aren't very useful for anyone involved. If we want to do the entire idea of like we want to solve effectively problems through negotiation, otherwise known as my dick, what we can do is, let's say we have everything here. Let's say there's an exterior character. Let's say this is an enemy character. We'll mark her in red. Let's say there's an enemy character over here. Oh no, what do we do with this enemy character? But let's say, hey, situation erupts. We're going to try to weaken her resolve. She's hesitating for a moment, then suddenly, bam, she's joined this group. Her relationship is 0 at this point. She's just joined up out of protection or obligation. But now she's part of this group. She's with him. She's with the MC now. You bring it in there, she's going to be part of your team from now on. She's going to be part of your team from now on, and she just joins the harem. And she just joins the harem. If you want to put in aspects like that, in theory, the same idea could apply. Which is kind of the idea of pretty much one of your haremettes gets dragged away. You know, pretty much falls under the influence of another, effectively, MC character. Which we can maybe work into the lore or something. That's fine. We don't want this happening. You want to protect your girls just as much as they want to protect you. Cuckoo ka-choo-choo. Alright, we can work with that. That would make manipulation as characters pretty dangerous, but hey. Combat Tamagotchis with boobs. something magical jizz. The harem can be placed in a town or a house, provide passive bonus or passive money. Something like that. I don't quite know how I will do it. If anything, what'll happen is we'll employ the stable mechanic from Waifu Core. Because the stable mechanic is pretty simple. Pretty much you have a stable of girls that you're going to be able to bring into any fight with you. But you want to constantly use them because again, let's say we have a level 1 girl here and we have a level 5 girl here. You are tempted to bring the level 5 girl out all the time because she's higher level. However, this one is not contributing as much as kind of like your passive income. You need that passive income so you're more tempted to bring out other girls. If you don't want to deal with that aspect, you don't need to, but it's there in case you do. So, I would say that's kind of a gameplay thing at that point, but it would contribute to people being like, hey, yeah, here is just a character we've now brought on board. What we could do, this is an option here, feel good to, we could do the entire idea that maybe damage doesn't heal very quickly. That would be my that would be my initial thing. Yeah, kind of like the idea of if, you know, she gets hurt a little bit, she's not going to be, it's kind of one of those things like she is not going to be contributing as much. She needs to rest and heal. She's not going to be joining the expedition from now on. So you need to get some more girls in there. You need to get some more people in there. You need to get some more boys to fill out the ranks a little bit. We got some drama, we got some tension, but we can always give the idea that the MC is going to have at least someone joining them. Or if the MC really does have no one, maybe they can spend a little bit of time in the match, in the combat scenario, getting some. Alright. Even if it's just, you know, if anything, what we can do here is we can literally just add, you know, just guys. Like, here's just your boys. They don't contribute as much, but they contribute something to you. If anything, what we can do is, like, if anything, what we can end up doing is something similar to, like, actual harem members can level up and contribute. Minion members, minions don't and contribute little. But you're getting something even if they don't do anything. It's the generic troops kind of thing. Now you're thinking with rants, feel. Now you're thinking with rants. Like, I don't want it to be something. What I would probably end up doing is it has to be on their end. They need to hesitate, you need to succeed. Once you succeed, they join you. But that's the issue, it's hesitation. And I have a strange and beautiful feeling this game is going to get far, far, far more misogynistic the longer I work on it. God help us. Okay. Alright. This is looking a lot better. We can make this work. We can make this work. That's pretty much what it's going to be like. Again, I'm stealing this from Bastard Bonds here, Field, the game we've been playing. We probably won't be playing it tomorrow, but bear with me. Pretty much the entire idea is like if they hesitate, it's you reduce them to a certain level, they're going to hesitate for a moment. That at that point you can act upon them and like, hey, join me. Hey, join me. Hey, do this. Hey. Some enemies won't hesitate. That's kind of the idea. Some enemies will not hesitate. Some enemies are going to keep fighting you regardless of the situation. That's kind of the issue. Not even like a kill them or capture them situation. More like, you know, it's like deal with them or, you know, dispose of them kind of thing. It's like, if anything, we can actually add just the Bastard Bonds mechanic and being like, hey, you've hesitated. I've convinced you. Give me something. Or just run away. I'm letting you go. Like, I'm going to let you go now, or you're going to prevent the I Charm the Dragon aspect. Effectively, I don't want it to necessarily be like, you charm a thing, you get the thing. It's, I want it to be, how do I want it? I want it to be the idea that you are bringing somebody in that is hesitating and you want to help. And if anything, what we can do to prevent people, again, from preventing Pokemoning, what we can probably do is just like, you have a relatively small size of like actual size of your harem that you can manage. If you bring in too many people, everyone is going to get pissed. Every single girl you've been carefully managing, you've been burning money on dating, you do the flirt and skirt method, the flirt and skirt method. Like, none of them are gonna like you anymore. They're just gonna deal with you because they know you're not really that cool. You're just kind of a jackass. Just make the setting overly sexist. Just have a preamble saying it's satire. Probably, again, I don't quite know how I want to do things, but if we think of the, okay. If we are doing this correctly, we can have, we have our lead character. Pretty much every haremette, pretty much every harem member is going to have, items, abilities. Everyone designs their first girl perfectly, but from there it's random tables and again, adapting this elsewhere would be quite literally the idea of you are using it, it's applying this in a less sexist manner. It would quite literally be, you have an RPG party, you're bringing people into your RPG party to do stuff with, and it's 3 parties working in tandem effectively. And it's like, you're all kind of working together, but you're the one who's special. You're the one who is the anchor to everything. If we want to, we can probably give each MC like a super class than anything, then give everyone else kind of give their own minor classes. Not even necessarily that. It's, I want to, it's kind of like, this is your first girl. This is the first one that you have. This is one that you very much personally, this is your pop. This is gonna sound terrible. Oh god, I just realized it's fucking Dragon's Dogma. Damn it! I made Dragon's Dogma again. Why do I keep doing this to myself every time? But yeah, effectively, you design your first pawn perfectly. It's your pawn. It's the thing that you damn well know that's going to complement you perfectly. Dragon brain rot. I am the arisen. You don't understand, fear get him. You don't understand. I am the chosen one. If we go under that idea, again, it would be the idea of like I just came straight. First thing I hear is Nobet screaming, "I made dragons talk about." The dragon bought your heart. Again, if we go under this concept, it is you're going to design your first girl, first member of your harem perfectly. That's going to be your thing. You know you are going to be playing fuck huge McSword Man, so you're going to bring in healer girl. You know that you're going to be playing little tiny itty bitty mage boy, you know, ooh woo Shota fuck, little Shota fucker. You're going to bring I am the 6.5 foot tall death machine. Waifu. Awesome, cool, done. Never have to think about it again. Like, you are compensating for something, or you're going to be enhancing. Hey, I'm a giant evil wizard man. I'm going to bring in my wizard wife. Awesome, done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You're going to be starting bringing other people in. You start with your primary, then you start with you wanting to get other ones. You're not rolling necessarily, but it's like, hey, we're looking for some new people. Here are your new party members. Here is your new waifu. Here are your new items. Here are your new equipment. Here's your new thing. Hard mode, you start off with student. Again, that's one of the things. You can start off with anything you want. And I just had a really good revelation about things, but don't worry about that. But I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. A little bit weird. It's a weird game, don't get me wrong, but maybe weird isn't necessarily bad. Everything. No Anna. I'm feeling good. Don't steal my identity. Don't you all know that I've just been talking to myself the entire time? I'm chatting in chat right now. Isn't that right? Feel good. I mean me. Sounds like an idle management sim. Effectively. Unironically, yes. You're going to be in, it's going to be if you want to run a full idle squad, like if you want, I can't stop you. Alright, you know what? I'm doing good. This is good. I think we're in a good place. A little bit of a weird system, but I think that's okay. Cool, always wanted a Princess Maker 2 TTRPG soon. I mean, there is the idol. There is a Beginning Idol. Beginning Idol is its own brand of fucking weird. Not bad weird, just weird. Yes, we can make this work. I think we can make this work. I am feeling, as they say, can I raise my idol to kill God by age 12? No, fear, get him. No, killing God by age 12. Bad. Okay. I'm gonna call it there, though. A little bit, not exactly the longest stream, but what we're going to do is on Friday. Friday, we are going to sit down. We are going to sit down and we are going to hack out this entire thing. Effectively, I want to get the okay from the commissioner. If the commissioner says, hey, we are Gucci, we're good to go, we're gonna hammer everything out on Friday. If he's like, hey, this isn't quite what I was thinking of, we start from the square one again and we work everything up. But I have the core mechanic. I have the core gimmick. I know how to readapt this scenario. That, and I may be able to I may have just figured out how to fix a waifu core. So, I think we're doing pretty alright. I think we are Gucci. And my throat's dying, and I still need to record a video tonight.